Extra Files Number 1. Written by Johnny Awesome. Under the Scottsdale Stars. I was staying at my parents' house, which is located in Scottsdale, Arizona. I was in my late teens or early 20s at the time. They have a great view from their backyard, and I always enjoyed going out there at night and peeing under the stars and enjoying the view. Part of this view included a popular and well-known mountain in town called Camelback Mountain. If you've ever seen the Coen brothers movie Raising Arizona, their view is very similar to that at the beginning of the movie. Anyway, I'm out there peeing one night, because what's better than peeing outside, am I right? When I look out at Camelback Mountain and notice 5 or 6 extremely bright lights, all kind of hovering, and sort of in line with each other. I swear on my family, I remember thinking to myself, if I didn't know any better, I'd think I was looking at UFOs right now. I stared for a good 5 to 10 minutes and finally concluded, don't be a frickin' idiot, you're not looking at aliens right now. What are the chances this is actually happening to me at this moment? There has to be some logical explanation for what I'm seeing, whatever it is. It was definitely unlike anything I'd ever seen and was clearly noticeable and strange. The lights were too bright to have been airplanes, which would have made sense because the airport was also out that way, and we always saw lots of planes. Not to mention the lights were moving too slow to be airplanes. I finally went inside thinking how weird it was, but that whatever it was, there must be some logical explanation, because how the hell could I have just been looking at aliens? After that night, I forgot about it. Fast forward 7 to 8 years. I'm watching TV, just flipping channels, when I see a show on the Discovery Channel called Lights Over Phoenix. I end up watching the documentary, which was an hour or two, and I crap my freaking pants. If you're not sure what Lights Over Phoenix are, Google or Wikipedia it to have your mind blown. I couldn't believe it myself and have been disturbed since seeing the documentary, because what I saw was alien. Well, if you're a channel regular, you know that I love UFOs, so having the opportunity to witness one of the grandest, most well-known events in UFO lore, you could say, yeah, that'd be fascinating. I wish it would happen to me. Maybe it will one day, and I won't even realize it until, like you, a decade later, where there's a documentary about it. Although, I try to pay attention. Never seen anything weird in the sky at night. I go for walks all the time, but never anything weird. I don't even think I've seen a shooting star. Maybe once. Just ordinary sky. Give me some UFOs, damn it. Welcome, I'm Paul, this is Dave, my co-host. Today's video is just a small amuse-bouche, I'm gonna call it. A few quick stories I'll try to do here in the middle of the week, just to tide you over for the longer videos at the beginning and end of the week. So enjoy, let's get to it. Extra Files Number 2. Written by Doofy10. The Girl Who Loved the Sun. My freshman year of college, my girlfriend, now wife, lived in a haunted dorm. Her first night in the dorm, after reading the stories about her dorm being haunted online, she asked me to stay with her. When we decided to go to sleep, she started freaking out because she felt like someone, or something, was in the room. I told her that I don't believe in ghosts and to just relax and try to sleep. Not even 2 seconds after I said it, her computer turned on and the chime of the computer starting up blared through her speakers, which were on full blast. Not sure what possessed me to do it, but I managed to hop out of bed and reached out to turn it off. Right before my hand touched the off switch, the computer shut down. Needless to say, we slept in my dorm that night. We later found out that supposedly a girl in the dorm in the 1940s was sunbathing on the roof and was killed after being struck by lightning. All the other supposed hauntings in the dorm dealt with electricity of some form. Elevator doors randomly opened without anyone pushing the button. Someone said that their hairdryer once turned on without touching it. A friend of mine said his computer randomly started playing music once. The girl who lived in the room where the girl supposedly died had to move out because the air conditioning kept the room consistently at 58 degrees. I could go on, but this experience single-handedly changed my belief in whether ghosts exist. Extra Files Number 3, written by Hello Saul. A Gift from the Shadow Man. From about the ages of 3 to 5, My family and I lived in a pretty creepy house with my grandma and aunt. A lot of freaky crap happened to other family members, but I only had one experience during my time there. I had fallen asleep at my usual hour. I woke up and found myself sitting in the center of the living room. Directly in front of me was the top of the stairs. You see, we had a really lame spiral staircase that led to a hallway. I was staring up at the hallway when I saw the silhouette of a man. In retrospect, the silhouette could have been the same that tormented my mother a few times, and he was staring right at me. In his hand, he had my favorite Spider-Man action figure. He threw it down from the hall, and it landed right in front of me, completely destroyed. The left arm and head had been separated from the rest of the action figure. The next thing I know, I'm waking up in my bed. I run out of my room down the hall and look down at the living room, and there it is, my action figure just as I had seen it, completely ripped apart. Looking back, I must have been a pretty reasonable kid because the only explanation I could think of was that my dad had destroyed my toy. He was the only male in the house, so it must have been. I cried all day and didn't talk to my dad for about 2 days. He bought me a new toy and life went on. Then a few years went by and I realized my father would have never destroyed one of my toys. But by the time I realized it, we had already moved twice. The next home was even creepier than the last. The home after that was perfectly normal, so I wasn't too creeped out. That concludes this amuse-bouche. Hope you guys have a great day. See you next time.